my stop loss got triggered. $1,400 is what I made. We are currently entering this resistance area here. Give us the momentum that we need to go back to the upside. It is time to slowly potentially build here a position. Bitcoin is about to make a really insane move here further to the upside. I will show you exactly what I have found and how I'm going to trade this. So if you don't want to miss out on this, then let's go, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in here on this Monday. For some reason, I thought it's almost Wednesday, but that's fine. One thing directly up front, guys. Tomorrow I will be traveling, so most likely I will not be able to make a video. But the following day, there I will be able to make a video. Tomorrow, I'm not so sure. So now let's jump directly into the chart here, into the chart. So here the DXY is further breaking to the downside. I had told you guys this the last time that I was expecting that here this bear flag or bear pennant is going to break to the downside and that we get continuation into lower levels here. Now we are at 98 points, and I expect that this is continuing to drop here into the rate cut decision of the FOMC meeting in May. So when we go into Bitcoin, and here on the daily chart, we are currently entering this resistance area here from $87,400 to $90,300. Once we're breaking through that, we are on the way back and on track to $100,000, especially once we are getting here above $100,000 and breaking the downward sloping, the downward structure basically. At the same time, the 50 and the 20, the 50 and the 20 moving average, they're about to give us here a golden cross. So here the 20 is in red and the 50 in blue. So once the 20 comes up here and crosses the 50 like that, that's also a small golden cross here. Not as strong as the golden cross with the 200 and the 100 and the 50 moving average, but still, you know, so that will still put more upwards pressure on Bitcoin. In the short term, I expect that we are getting rejected here before we go higher, for the simple reason that the RSI is here right now entering bullish territory, not too high yet, but the stochastic is cooked. The stochastic RSI is absolutely cooked here. The stochastic RSI could stay here for another 2-3 days like that before we get a downturn. But I think because we're entering here now resistance, that we're going to get this downturn in the next 48 hours. When we're going then into the 12-hourly chart, also here the stochastic RSI has not so much more room to go to the upside. I believe with this current new 12-hourly candle, we are going to reach here the golden ratio, $89,000, and there most likely we're going to get rejected, what I just mentioned on the daily chart. But something really good has happened here already, and that is that the EMA ribbon has flipped here back to the upside. So it means even if we turn around, would come back to like $85,000. The EMA ribbon should support us and give us continuation to the upside, and we are also above that prior upward sloping resistance line, which is now, at least it should be acting again as support. So the RSI and the MACD, they are looking still fine here, but again, we are approaching resistance. If you're currently here in that trade setup that I had given, take some profit in the golden ratio, guys. Take some profit, raise your stop loss slightly above your entry, and let it play out. You know, so if you get kicked out, that's fine. You take the money that you have taken out on the profit taking, put it back in, rinse and repeat the same trade. On the MDX scalp gradients, also here we can clearly see now. So we have here some early reversal indications. Here, these dot plots, and also here, these two dots are signaling us that we are most likely heading here soon to the downside. There is maybe a little bit juice left, like I said, to get here up to like $89,000 and above that whole resistance cluster. But on the way down, that should then act as support and should give us the momentum that we need to go back to the upside. So, but again, in the short term, I expect here a small downturn. If you're not in a Bitcoin position yet and you're looking to build one, then here is most likely your level where I would start to put a little bit money in a Bitcoin trade. Here around $85,700 approximately. That's where I would have my entry, and then my take profit point would be above $90,000, and my stop loss would be at $84,400 approximately. So here on this daily chart, something really interesting that I want to show you guys, that you should be aware of, and that is that this downward sloping trend line was finally broken, was retested, and now we're here at this buy cluster getting supported for a move further up. So here on the daily chart, the next bigger resistance with over $1 billion in sell orders is here all the way up at $96,500, and in between there's basically not much. So once we are breaking above $90,000, I expect that we snap really quickly up here, and from there get another major rejection. So, but we're not there yet. Just wanted to point out that this downward sloping trend line was really important to be broken. It is broken and confirmed broken, and the overall trajectory is definitely to the upside. So now when we're looking at here on ZoomX, so my ZoomX trade actually just closed earlier. So that trade is gone. Close history. There you see my stop loss got triggered. $1,400 is what I made here on that trade that I'd shown you a couple of days ago. Again, guys, if you want to trade on ZoomX and you want to stand a chance to win a ticket to go to the Formula One, and you can win here every single day, then sign up here with that link that you find in the pin comment below and in the description, and then take part in the lucky draw. There you can either win tickets to Formula One, $1,000, one Ethereum, one Bitcoin even. So make use of that, because this is running out in 9 days, guys. In 9 days, you will be not able to do this anymore. So I can highly recommend you do it right now, especially while ZoomX is the best non-KYC exchange that I know of. When I go then here into the liquidation level, so I have to, no, I don't have to move around. So here, the high leveraged liquidity on the short side was now taken out. So we have only high leveraged liquidity now to the downside. At the same time, we got our golden cross that I was talking about. And also, I told you that when we get to golden cross, that price will be way, way higher and closer to $90,000. What we are right now also experiencing here. So here, this, I can actually also take that off, because it's not high leverage liquidity. There's a little bit in it. It's a good mix. So here you see again a lot of confluence around $85,000 to come one more time down here. I will not rule out that we come all the way down here to take out everything of that liquidity and then go back to the upside, which would mean that we would move to $83,000 at some point before we head higher. But we have here, of course, a level of support around $85,000 that could stop us from actually going that low and getting a bounce from there. So it's one of these two levels where we should get a bounce from once we are completing that downwards move that I'm waiting for right now. When we go into the liquidation heat map, so then you see we are getting closer here to the $89,000, $90,000 level, where the highest concentration is currently sitting. Then we have here, of course, below us at $83,000, $82,000. Some long liquidity, but this will remain untapped in my opinion. You know, so it would be really hard to push price down there unless there's something really, really insanely again happening with tariffs or whatever. As long as that is not happening, the target is here to the upside, guys, to around $90,000. Everything is in confluence pointing to that fact, and we basically just need to lean back, let our trades run, and enjoy the show. Now, when we're going into the Bitcoin dominance, so here we squeezed back into this rising wedge pattern. Again, I expect at any given moment that this is going to break down and then properly break down and will not look back. So now that Bitcoin is potentially going down here, I expect that the dominance will break out of this and create a deviation. And from the deviation, we start moving to the downside. The total free market cap also moving into the upside. We are at $775 billion. We are scratching here right now on that resistance line. So once we're breaking through that, we're going to go to $836 billion. And that, of course, will again pump our altcoin backs a little bit. But for the moment, we are sitting at resistance. I would love to see a close above that, because that would open directly the doors to go here higher. And also not to forget that we have here potentially that distorted W pattern with a target all the way here at almost $1 trillion. If you want to trade altcoins, guys, go to Bybit. I trade all my altcoins on Bybit. I'm going to show you now some altcoins that we can actually trade right now. There is also still $30,000 worth of bonuses if you sign up there. And you get a $500 free airdrop position. And here, my wallet. Well, this time I have it with me. A Bybit card. You know, you can get a Bybit card. I pay everything with my Bybit card, guys. You know, I was just shopping again, bought some shoes for $1,000, paid with the Bybit card. And I get 10% cash back every single time that I use it, you know. So I actually saved 10% on these shoes, you know, so I got basically $100 back by using the card. So use the link in the pin comment below and the description if you want the card, some of the sign-up bonuses, and a $500 free airdrop position. So Ethereum is still in this ascending triangle, but in my opinion, it is time to slowly potentially build here a position. The only thing that is personally me stopping from that is the stochastic RSI, because stochastic RSI is creating here right now a bearish crossover, a sell signal. The RSI is turning around here, and the MACD is also rolling over. So that's because we are just below resistance here at $1,660 and consolidating there. So, but if we get one proper push here above, I think the stochastic will then do something like this, and we will keep pushing higher, and price will also keep pushing higher. Otherwise, most likely we're going to fall out of that with the downwards move in Bitcoin if there is not a shift happening in the market where Bitcoin goes down and altcoins go up. As long as that is not happening, Ethereum will go down too. But this will be only deviation where we come back and then continue to move here into the target of that ascending triangle of $1,880. Solana had here already a great move since that falling wedge pattern. We got really close to our target here of 13% at $145. We are at $139. That was the highest. Where did we get? We were already at $133. Whoa, so crazy. Yeah, so I hope that you took some money off the table here already because that was a really, really good trade. If not, raise your stop loss, guys. Raise your stop loss at least to $135, you know, if you're still in this trade, to make sure that you walk with some money away if it turns against you. Really, really important. Then render. Render also at resistance right now. Once we're breaking through that, it's going to send to like $6, $7, $8 really, really quickly, something that I'm watching closely right now. But here on the daily chart also, signs that we are first coming back down, most likely here to like $4 in my opinion. That looks realistic, you know, it's a 10% move to the downside. From there we gain momentum, go back to the upside, because the $4 level was on the daily chart not properly retested yet. The last one is Coti. But for Coti, I think I go to 4-hour chart. Yeah, so Coti is here also consolidating right now. So I gave you here this trade. It's not too late to enter that if you still want to enter this. But look at this, 65, almost 66% that you can make on that trade. Yeah, so here, just wait that this consolidation finishes by this downwards sloping trend line to be broken. If you're not in this trade yet from all the way down here, wait for the trend line to be broken, because then you can be sure that we are definitely going higher. And guys, that's it already for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, tomorrow I will be not here most likely, but the day after, because I'm traveling tomorrow. Regardless of that, don't forget, smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I hope to see you with more money, maybe tomorrow, otherwise after tomorrow. Bye-bye.